What's going on, guys? This is Chimpact bringing guys another Wi-Fi battle. Now this battle was a really close one. It was down to the wire, so be sure to stay until the end. So this is still going to be the Charizard Y team. I'm definitely going to improve on it when I get more Pokebank mods, because I have a pretty sick pretty sick Charizard Y team that I have with Pokebank mods that I currently don't have, and I made it on PO or PS, and it's pretty good. So I'm actually going to switch out into Mandibuzz and just take on the Spore or whatever, and I just go for the knockoff right here to get rid of the potential Focus Sash that his Breloom could have. Now right here, I think that he's actually going to want to go for the Stealth Rock, and I can't beat Ferrothorn one-on-one if he wants to go for the Stealth Rock continuously, because of potential Leech Seed that I could have. So I'm going to switch out into Charizard to just be like in before rocks. But he double switches out into Breloom, which is definitely interesting. I really don't care about Spore at this point, because if he was Pokemon I could definitely wake up on, like his Ferrothorn. So right here I'm just going to go for the Solar Beam, because I know that any one of my other attacks will be able to 2-hit KO it, barring Mandibuzz's Foul Play. But I think a Foul Play would be able to, or not a Foul Play, a knockoff, and I think a knockoff would be able to 2-hit KO it. But he has the Rock Tomb, and that was a good play on his part, because on the first turn he didn't go for the Rock Tomb, he actually went for the Spore, knowing that I had a Mandibuzz. So I kind of scouted for the Rock Tomb when I switched out into Mandibuzz as well, because I would be able to take it, obviously, even though it is super effective. I don't think it would be a 2-hit KO, I'm not sure, but he makes a good play. I could have went out into Landorus as well, but I didn't want to burn my Chesto Berry so early in the game. So he goes out to Ferrothorn. I'm just going to go for the U-turn and go out into my Keldeo right here. And Secret Sword is pretty obvious, so I'm just going to double switch and go out into my Metagross to take advantage of the fighting resist that he's probably going to go out into. But he goes out into a Azumarill right here. Now Azumarill, the reason why I switched down to Metagross is because Azumarill is kind of a problem to my team, so Metagross handles it pretty well. So I'm just gonna go for the Meteor Mash as he goes out into his Ferrothorn, which is no big deal. And at this point I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake, because I was thinking that I would actually take it out at that point, but he just goes for the Leech Seed, and he doesn't even want to waste turns going for the Stealth Rock, because he knows that I have the Mandibuzz. And at this point I think that he might want to switch out to save his Ferrothorn for later, or he might just, I don't know, he might want to go for the Protect to get more Leech Seed recovery. So I'm just going to switch out from my Metagross, maybe expecting him to actually go out into one of his Levitating Pokemon as well to take on the Earthquake, like his Gliscor. And he does go out into his Rotom right here, as he does go for the Trick, so my Mandibuzz is going to be a little crippled, but I can still use it to take a few hits. So I'm just going to go for the Toxic on this, because most Rotoms on Wi-Fi are the Chesto Resto variant, and I would like it to rest up a little bit earlier than he would like with the Toxic. I could go for the knockoff, but I wanted to go for the knockoff after I did go for the Toxic. So I'm going to switch out into my Tyranitar, as he does go for the Hidden Power Ice, I believe. I guess I don't know why he didn't just go for the Volt Switch. I guess he was predicting me to go on to Landorus, but that was, why would I ever want to do that? But I could have just stayed and went for a Toxic again, but he has a Gliscor, so there's really no point in doing that. And I'm just going to go for the Stealth Rock right here, just to get them up, so that he does have a Darmanitan, and I don't want that thing coming in and going for U-turns continuously. And he does go out to his Breloom right here, which is no big deal, especially with the rocks up. He won't be able to switch in that much, because he is at he's not at the healthiest amount of HP. And since my Mandibuzz is Choice Scarfed, I will be able to take on his Breloom really well, since I'll be able to outspeed it. Obviously I have base 80 speed with the +1 boost. I think I hit around 270ish, so I definitely should be able to outspeed his Breloom at that point. So he's going to go out into his Ferrothorn, and that's definitely going to die to a knockoff, despite me actually knocking off his item earlier. He was at such a low amount of HP, it didn't really matter. And now he's going to go out into his Rotom, and I'm just going to repeatedly go for the knockoff. knock off the leftovers, and that does a good chunk of damage to his Rotom. And I really don't think I have to worry about his Rotom anymore, because a U-turn after Stealth Rock damage should be able to take out his Rotom from my Landorus. And that's going to be pretty big, because my Landorus is going to be able to outspeed his Rotom, because I do outspeed Timid Rotom no matter what. So I'm just going to go for the knockoff, as he actually goes for a knockoff of his own. And that does not knock me out, but it does knock out the Choice Scarf, so I won't be able to outspeed the Breloom at this point. But it doesn't really matter, because he won't be able to switch it in at all. So right here, this play right here, I don't know what happened. I didn't click DEFOG. There's no reason for me to actually click DEFOG. I don't even know how that happened. That was just so bad. It cost me a lot of momentum, because now he's not going to take any hazard damage, and this Breloom probably could have died to a knockoff, because I don't think I knocked it off earlier. And yeah, this Breloom wouldn't be able to go for the Spore on my Landorus or get any amount of damage on it either. So that was just a really bad play. Let me just say this again, I did not click knockoff. I don't know what happened. I think the timer might have went off and it randomly clicked DEFOG for me, but I think the timer is like 100 seconds, so I don't think that happened. So I'm just going to U-turn out to Metagross. I need to stop whining about that DEFOG play. And I'm going to go out into this Mandibuzz. The U-turn was pretty obvious, but there was no reason for me to predict him to go for the U-turn, because I would have lost my Metagross to his freaking Darmanitan if I just stayed in to a Flare Blitz. So he's going to go to a Azumarill, and Metagross is pretty much my only answer, and I would have really liked the Stealth Rock damage on the Azumarill, but unfortunately that's not going to happen for me. And I'm just going to go for the Zen Headbutt, because even though Meteor Mash is a little bit stronger than Zen Headbutt, I know that Rotom does 4 times resist the Meteor Mash, and it will definitely be able to take it, and it'll be able to take it despite the Toxic and the damage that it will do. So yeah, I definitely need to knock out that Rotom in one hit, because if I don't, then he'll probably be able to get off a few hits off Volt Switch if he plays his Rotom right, if I do only go for the Meteor Mash. So right here he goes for the knockoff, and that was definitely interesting, because I get the weakness policy boost, but I could have predicted the live, because I think I live in Earthquake and a knockoff obviously, because both are super effective, so both will activate my weakness policy, and I pretty much would have swept him if I did go for the agility. But I wasn't obviously confident that I would be able to live in Earthquake, so I just went for Meteor Mash again, expecting him to keep going for Roost to be able to PP stall me, or not PP stall me, just stall me out until I miss, or am able to kill him with the repeated attack raises from Meteor Mash. So I'm just going to switch out into Tyranitar. I really need my Metagross for his Azumarill, so I have to switch out into my T-Tar. And now I'm going to switch out and go out into my Landorus to just get the Intimidate off. And I know that he wants to go for the Superpower or the U-turn, and I definitely would have preferred the Superpower, because it's going to enable me to not lose to the Azumarill's Aqua Jet. So right here I'm hoping that he's actually Adamant and not Jolly, because I will be able to outspeed Adamant Darmanitan. But unfortunately for me, he is Jolly, and he will be able to knock me out with a Flare Blitz. So now I'm forced to go out into my Keldeo, and he has 3 Pokemon left. Keldeo, or he has his own Rotom, he has Azumarill and Darmanitan. Darmanitan is now gone, so it's 3-on-2. But unfortunately, he has that big threat Azumarill that I can't really do too much to, because it hasn't taken any prior damage at all. So I really could use some Stealth Rock right now. So he's just going to go for the Play Rough, and that's going to be able to knock me out right there. And now I'm forced to go out into my Metagross right here to try to deal as much damage as possible with the Zen Headbutt. I'm going for Zen Headbutt because, like I said, I won't be able to knock out his Rotom with a Meteor Mash. Fortunately for me, I do get a crit, but it's not really too important. because I don't think any of... Actually, Secret Sword from my Keldeo should be able to knock out the Azumarill and his Rotom, but I go for the HP Ghost for whatever reason, and he's able to knock me out with a Play Rough. Secret Sword would have definitely been able to kill his Azumarill. Like I said, I don't know why I didn't go for it, but whatever. That was a close game. Hope you guys enjoyed, despite the DEFOG shenanigans, but I'll definitely be uploading some more battles soon, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.